All right, welcome you guys to our team call. We are so stoked to have Ashley as our guest speaker. I've been pumping this up in our team page like bananas because I am so excited for her to talk to us. But we're gonna do something new tonight, okay? So just bear with us. Brooke and I were talking about how much recognition is important to our teams, to sharing, and really just want to recognize people who are working so hard in their businesses. So we're gonna do a quick shout out of those who have already put some points on the board, who have already recruited some coaches. So as you guys know, we have Team Dare to Move, which is Brooke's team, and we also have Team Restoration Nation, and we combine the two for team calls. Restoration Nation killed it the first 11 days of February. So we have our top 4 leaders are Shay and Laurel and Chelsea and myself. Laurel has all the numbers to hit Diamond. She's just emeralds away from Diamond, so that's super exciting. She recruited 6 coaches in the last 11 days, which is huge. We've got a ton of people up on the board for Success Club points. So just want to shout out Shay and Laurel and Chelsea, Diana, Carly, Jordan, Stephanie, Emily, Allison, and Sarah as our leaders on the board for Restoration Nation. So Brooke's going to share her screen and she's going to do her teams, and then we're going to hit the ground running with Miss Ashley.
When you asked me if yours was showing, I was looking at my leaderboard trying to get it to show up. So I was like, I can't see.
And we can see you.
Okay, good. So Restoration Nation, you guys are rocking it. Dare to Move, I am so proud of you guys. We've had a killer flash sale the last couple days, and major shout out. I know our leaderboards are a little bit different, but I like to shout out volume for our team. So Jillian, Megan, and Lori, who are killing it with volume. Success Club numbers are going up every single day. And then obviously we have our Emerald leaders, Jillian, Brittany, and Sarah. And then I like to shout out our new coaches. We've had so many new coaches joining our team over the last month or so. And I'm just so thankful that all of you have taken the, I don't know, I want to say the plunge, but I feel like that's a bad word, but just taking the opportunity to change your life with us and to hopefully inspire others with your stories. You guys have the opportunity to be on these leaderboards as well, whether you started today or you started 5 years ago. These numbers represent people's lives, and we're just so proud of all of you for making that effort every single day to be vulnerable, share your story, and make a difference.
Love it. Amazing job. Okay, so I am going to pass it off to Ashley. We are so proud of the hard work that you guys are putting into Team Cup. I want to challenge you. This is where the magic happens. This is where you either jump ship or you crush life. Like the last 17 days of the month is where you're going to see magic happen. So if you've hit your goals, great. It's now time to set some new goals. If you are on Struggle Bus 101, it is time to choose to get off Struggle Bus. So Team Cup is that opportunity for you to just go all in and just maximize that opportunity. So we have Miss Ashley. She is such a superstar. I got a chance to speak on her team call the other night, and it was such an honor. I was like, how am I getting to speak on a team call for Ashley? I just felt just so honored. So she is a wife and mommy to a 15-month-old, so we have kiddos right around the same age. She's owned her Beachbody business for, get this, 6 years. She has a Success Club 5+ legend for 60 months in a row. That means that she has helped 3+ people every single month for 60 months. This is an insane accomplishment. She is a combined 8-star diamond coach with 5 business centers. And she retired from corporate America in 2014 and retired her husband in 2015. So girlfriend has it going on. So Ashley, I'm going to pass it off to you. Will you share a little bit about your story and then dive deep into branding training that you have prepared for us?
Yes. Hi, guys. Let me share my screen. I have slides. I like slides. I'm a visual learner, so I tend to train the same way that I learn. So let me pull this up. So obviously Rachel already introduced me. So that's just my business portfolio. Is that what we're calling it? Portfolio, resume, whatever you want to call it. So like Rachel said, I've actually been a coach for 6 years. I joined January 18th, 2013. I said no for 1 entire year. Literally an entire year. My coach kept bugging me and I was like, no, I don't have time for that. Prior to becoming a coach, I lost 42 pounds with TurboFire in 90 days. So when people say our programs don't work, I say, I beg to differ with you. And by the time I had joined a coach, I had already lost 50 pounds. And one day she finally said, hey, will you become a coach? And I was like, fine, just leave me alone. She got no Success Club points for me. I didn't buy anything. I kept buying my Shaco off eBay. I bought my first program off of Amazon, maybe. They were like burnt DVDs. Like they weren't even legit. And when I do something like I go all in, and I went all in. I hit Emerald my first 3 months, and I hit Diamond my first 8 months in the business, and I did really, really good from the beginning. I graduated college. My background is in social work. Fun fact, I've never used my degree. And my husband and I moved from Ohio to Rochester, New York, and I couldn't find anything in my field. So I started in retail management. And at that time, if you've ever been in retail, you know it's no fun. I worked every weekend, every holiday. I worked 40 hours a week, making minimum wage. It just was not what I wanted. And unfortunately, my business fell at the wayside. I went from a solid diamond to a super shaky emerald. I actually almost quit in November of 2013, and my coach was like, just wait till the new year, like decide what you want to do. And I was like, cool, fine, whatever. February of 2014, and the reason I share with my story is because this just goes to show you that your business can change in a heartbeat when you make one decision. January of 2014, I had 2 Success Club points. February of 2014, I had surgery for endometriosis, and I was bedridden for 3 weeks. I had a really hard time recovering. My job was constantly messaging me. It was inventory. I was the manager in charge. I just made a decision like right then, right there, that I had to make a change. I was sick of working every holiday, every weekend, and not seeing my husband. I went from 2 Success Club points in January to hitting SC 97 in February. So 2 to 97. I made a switch and I decided to go all in. And I'll also say it was when 21 Day Fix was launched, and that propelled my business. I went from a shaky emerald into January 2014 to ending that year as a 2-star premier top coach. I ended up quitting my job in September of 2014. So 7 months after I went all in with my business, and this is where I am since. Like Rachel said, I have been in this business for 6 years, and every day I'm pushing, and I've had my ebbs and my flows with my business, but I've continued to move and grow. But that is enough about me. So what I want to talk to you guys about is branding. So I love social media. I don't know if anybody follows me on Instagram. If you don't, you're more than welcome to. It's Ashley.Odenweller. I love social media. I have grown my entire business through Instagram, and I am one that also follows the trends when it comes to social media. When Snapchat was in, I went to Snapchat. When like pages were in, I went to like pages. When Instagram came back in, I am back at Instagram. So social media, it is my jam, and I love it. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, is building a brand and not a business. And you may be like, Ashley, aren't they like the same thing? They are not the same thing, because when you've been a coach for 6 years, every single day, and I don't want this to sound upfront, I am going up against other coaches that have been that are in this business that people know. The Melanie Mitros, the Lindsay Matways, the Ashley Molsteds, like everybody knows who they are for the most part. So when you're a coach, you are going up against those coaches. And how do you set yourself apart? By building a brand and not a business. And by building a brand, you build a business. Okay, so a business, and I apologize, there are a lot of photos of me. I like to make slides look pretty, and I just can't have like all like one color in the background. So a business, it's an organization that markets a product, a service, or an opportunity. Our business is that we are Beachbody coaches. That is our business. Nope. Why aren't we moving? There we go. A brand is the image and the personality behind the business. It's the beating heart behind the screen. So I'm going to give you a little bit of rundown about who I am and my brand. And I asked my Instagram followers on my stories, what do you think of when you think of me? And this is all the answers that I got. My brand is that I am an F-bomb dropping mother. I am a runner. I am a dog mom. I have an adorable bald dachshund somewhere. I am a mom crack lover, which is what I call my Energize. On top of doing Beachbody, my husband and I own another business, so everybody knows me for my cups. I'm a wife, and I'm a first-time mom. People know me by these things because this is what I share on a daily basis. So I want to make sure I didn't go ahead. I curse. I don't hide it. It is who I am. I've been told people tell me like, you're a mom now, quit cursing. That's cool. Like I watch my language around my kiddo for the most part, but that's a part of who I am. I am a runner. I am not a good runner, but I am a runner. I am currently training for my 3rd half marathon. So I have found that a lot of running type people are attracted to me because of the performance line. They may not do the workouts, but they love the performance line. I am a dog mom. That's who I was before I became a mom. That is a thing. Like literally, like dog mom is a thing. I had somebody once tell me like, that's not a thing. I'm like, oh, you clearly don't have a dog. Mom crack lover. Every single day without skipping a beat, I lip sync karaoke to a song while I make my Energize. I do not call it Energize. I call it my mom crack. And every single day I have at least 4 or 5 people. What's that mom crack? Let me tell you about it. I'm a cup maker, I'm a wife, and I'm a first-time mom. I shared my entire pregnancy, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the way up until I had my kiddo. So that is what people know me for. So why we're talking about this is it's not what you're selling, it's the fact that you are selling it. Let's face it, there are 450,000 coaches out there. Anybody could go to Instagram and find any coach, but why are they joining you? They're joining you because they are getting you. And you'll see a lot of images along the way, because what you'll see in my images is you don't see logos for the most part. You don't see stock photos. Like looking at these photos, you wouldn't even know that I'm a Beachbody coach, and you don't know that I'm a Beachbody coach unless you follow my stories and you watch me daily. So how do you build a brand? And before somebody's like, Ashley, you have 5 things on there and they're only 4 photos. I am very ridiculous about things, and I couldn't fit a 5th photo in it without it looking ridiculous. So what I've noticed the most, what happens when people become a coach is they forget who they were before they were a coach. It's like there's this switch in their head that goes from, I can't post to about what I used to post, and now I can only post Beachbody. And that's so far from the truth. You need to stay true to who you were before you became a coach, and now you're just adding this new component to your life. So you need to find your 5 things. I'm trying to make sure. So these are some things about me. I am a hardcore. I love planners. I love Erin Condren planners. Another part of my brand is, on top of cups, my husband and I sell stickers for planners. And so a wide base of my team has found me through my other business, through this brand that I have built all around these 3 businesses. And they find me because I love organization. Now, if you look at my desk right now, you wouldn't believe it, but I love organization. Like I said, I'm a runner. I do races. I just did a race this past weekend. I did a 5K. Obviously, I'm a mom. My kiddo, I think people watch my Insta stories for Evelyn more than they watch them for me. She's everywhere. She works out with us every single day. She has since she was 4 weeks old. She never skips a beat, and she's definitely a part of my 5 things. And then down there, obviously the last picture, it's one of my cups. And it's also, I'm an F-bomb kind of mom. So those are some 5 things about me. And on top of some 5 things about me, and what we're talking about now is what makes you you. And you'd be thinking like, Ashley, I'm boring. Cool, be boring. There's other boring people out there. You can connect to become boring people together. What I hear from coaches is like, well, I don't have 5 things about me. You do. You have probably tons of things about you. Other things that connects me to other people is I have PCOS. I have endometriosis. It took us over 2 years to have a kiddo. I had an emergency C-section. You may not think those are things that can connect you to other people, but they can. So how are you trying to find these 5 things? Well, what do you spend time doing? Do you like to craft? Share it. Do you like to game? Game, is that a word? Game? I'm a gamer. I have a couple people on my team that play video games. I don't know what the phrase is. Do you like to do that? What are you looking up on Pinterest? Share those type of things, even if they're like Pinterest fails. Do you like reading? Share book recommendations. Do you like to cook? Share cooking. I am not a cook. My husband, unfortunately, did not gain Housewife of the Year when he married me. I hate cooking. I hate doing laundry. I hate all that housewifey things. And I'm in the Ultimate Portion Fix test group. And when that happened, when I got asked to be in it, I began to cook a lot. So now one of my things is I share about my cooking, because I am cooking every single day. What do you do on the weekends? If you like to go and drink on the weekends, share that you like to drink on the weekends. Like, I think people think that we have to post like only the good, the healthy, the fit stuff. If I have a donut, I'm sharing that I have a donut. that was like one of my most liked photos of me taking a bite out of a donut. People relate to other people who aren't this perfect version of health 24/7. Because let's be honest, nobody is that perfect version of health 24/7. So if you like to drink wine, if you like to drink beer, if you like to bar hop, whatever it may be, share that. And what do you enjoy doing? So again, some more photos. That's me outdoor running. That's another race. We like to travel, and we have made it a point to continue to travel, even with a kiddo. That's Miss Evelyn and I hanging out at Summit. So think of these things and jot them down and start posting about those things. Yes, you're still sharing your workouts, but you have to share about the other components of your life, because that's how people are going to find you. Again, if this is you, and I mean this with all the love and respect in the world, do not be this coach. You are boring. I appreciate that Beachbody gives us stock photos. Like, that's cool. I appreciate it. Don't use them. You can use them in your challenge groups for your check-ins, but don't post them on your social media. You want to show about Beachbody On Demand, get creative and show a picture of you with your iPad holding it out. If you want to post about Shift Shop, use your markers. If you want to post about Shakeology, get creative. Danielle Natoni came and spoke at a team retreat for us one time, and it'll be something I will always remember. She goes, if you are kissing your Shakeology bag and posting it, stop that crud right there. So when I post about my Shakeology, I do, sometimes it has little sprinkles on top. People like go nuts over sprinkles. Evidently it's this huge thing somewhere. But get creative with how you're sharing these things in your workouts and on demand. Like, do not do this. This is boring. This does not set you apart. Okay, instead, be you. People can find Beachbody anywhere. Literally, their neighbor's probably a coach, their sister's probably a coach, their cousin's probably a coach, but they can only get you in one place. So make yourself stand out. So here's some photos of me. One, I'm drinking Shakeology. You don't know it's Shakeology. You have no idea if somebody has had a bad outcome with Shakeology or a bad outcome with a coach before. So you want to make yourself stand out, but not in a Beachbody coachy type of way. So this post, they have no idea what I'm drinking. I could be drinking a milkshake for all they know. In my other cup, it's my mom crack. People have no idea. They're just going to start asking about the cup and probably where I got the sports bra from. And then the third photo is me eating my donut that people love. I love donuts. I am 31 years old, and I will take a chocolate frosted donut with sprinkles any day of the week. If my husband was to pick me up a donut and it didn't have sprinkles, I would be very offended, because those are like my jam. So be you on your social media. So we're going to talk about like how to build a brand, and because I can teach you like all these different things, but it's going to come down to you. So first things first is you need to become a student of Selfie School. And I know it sounds silly, but it's so true. It drives me bonkers when I get on Facebook and all you see now is shared posts. Back in the day, when I joined Facebook in 2005, which makes me sound ancient, you were posting about you. You were sharing, I mean, look at our time hops. So the most ridiculous posts that we used to make, but it was about your life. Now it's sharing a cat meme, sharing a recipe, sharing this video, sharing that video. It is called Facebook. The word face is literally in this word book for a reason. So you need to become a student of Selfie School. And if you don't like taking selfies, get comfortable. Or get uncomfortable being comfortable. So get ready once in a while. I hate doing my hair. If you are a mother, you can probably relate. I don't like doing it. It takes way too much time. But every once in a while, I'll get ready. And every time I do get ready and I take a photo, I get like a million comments. People like, oh, you look so nice today. I'm like, what? Did I not look nice the other day? We don't know. I don't funny. I'm like, did I not look nice the other day? I'm like, what are you trying to say? Wear your hair down every once in a while. Use natural lighting. If you live in anywhere that is cold and crummy right now, I know that natural lighting is the hardest thing to do. But get by a window. Find a good window with a little bit of sun and just take a picture. Make sure your photos aren't dark and gloomy. You can find Lumi cases. There's a knockoff called a Kimi if you really want to not spend a lot of money. Ring lights, things like that. Take your food to a window. And I know it sounds cheesy, but just do it. Edit according to your brand. Right now, presets are a huge thing that are in. If you don't know what they are, Google them. Super easy to learn. Smile into the camera. Get outside every once in a while. Play around with your angles, your timers, your portrait mode. If you do not know this about your phone, you can just set up like a timer on your phone and do it in selfie mode. And always ask yourself, would this stop a scroll? Remember, your social media is like a magazine. You want to make it look pretty. Now, don't be a Darren Natoni. And if you don't know who Darren Natoni is, this won't make any sense, but it's Danielle Natoni's husband, and he literally takes an hour or more to post one post. Don't be that person. Like, please don't agonize over your photo for like 20 minutes. Just snap a couple. You'll find the one that you like. But don't become this person. And what this person is, and yes, I have lots of these photos, but they're divided throughout my Instagram feed. Don't take the same sweaty post-workout every single day in the bathroom and bedroom selfie. Like, that's not interesting. It's going to get boring really, really quickly. So if this is your feed and this is the same photo you post every single day, it's time to start getting creative. Go buy a tripod off Amazon. It's like $20. It's the best investment you'll ever make. And mess around. Take photos with your kiddos, your dog, your cat. If you have a parakeet, I don't know why I said parakeet, but take photos with other things besides in the mirror 24/7. And because this gets boring. All right, guys. So let's talk about creating fans and not just followers. So the word fans is kind of tricky, but what I mean is, like, you want to create lifers. You want to create people that will show up and watch you every single day because either they love you, you're giving them some type of content every single day, or you're just bringing a little bit of light into their day. I have had people that have followed me from the beginning, from 6 years ago, and they'll message me on Instagram. I'll get maybe once a week. And they'll be like, I just want to let you know I've been following you from the beginning, and I love following you. Like, and that's because I've created these fans, not just another follower that's going to ditch me if they don't agree with what I say or because they get bored or whatnot. You want to create fans. So remember, you guys are the main subject of your social media. You are the person behind the brand. It's okay to have some kids. It's okay to have some pets, but it needs to mostly be you. Have an opinion. And I say this with some sort of boundaries. I hate politics. I hate politics season. And when it comes around, I tell my coaches, like, I love you, but remember, you are a business. And in one quick post and one quick story, you could lose your entire business. And what I mean by that is, like, you could just say the wrong thing. So just be careful when you are having an opinion, to just be careful. And I'll just leave it at that. Ask questions. So I like to ask questions, and especially in my Insta stories, and it has nothing to do with coaching. Like, I love Fabletics, so every month I'll be like, what do you think of this outfit? Like, take a poll. It's a great way to engage with other people and ask questions. Ask them what they're having for dinner. Ask them for recipe tips. Like, just ask questions. And even in your posts that you make on your feeds, end with questions. People like to talk. People like to share their opinions. So even when you don't ask for them, they like to share your opinions. That's something I learned very quickly as a mom. Ask people for them. Own your truth. So for the longest time, I watched my mouth. I lived with my pastor and his family, who are like my second family, for a while. And I'm still obviously very close to them. And I was always afraid, like, what will they think? And at one point, I just quit caring. Because when you quit caring about what other people think, it's like this weight gets lifted off your shoulders and you become your own person. You become you, and you really find people that connect with who you are. So own your truth. Own who you are. If you like to curse, curse. If I have a coach on my team and she always like, I'm weird. Like, I know I'm weird. Like, she is just a weird individual in a good way. And she owns her truth. So don't be afraid to own who you are. Start conversations with people. And not only when you're inviting, become a part of their lives. Especially if you think they would be an amazing rock star challenger, amazing rock star coach. Start conversations with them. Let people into your world. Sometimes we think people don't care about what's going on, but really, in fact, people get really invested in people that they enjoy following. I mean, look at all the people that follow the celebrities, the Kardashians, and whoever else is in right now. People get really into them. Do the same for you. Let people into your world. I was very open throughout my entire pregnancy. I was very open through my C-section recovery. I have been very open the entire time. And my motto has always been, if this will help one person, then it's worth sharing. even if it's just literally one person, I'm going to share it. Share the old you. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background about me. I have I consider a dark past. I attempted suicide twice. I was severely depressed for 10 years. I was a self-mutilator. I cut myself on a daily basis. I lost everything I had in 2006, my job, the house over my head, my car broke down. Like literally, I've lost everything. I have been through the ringer. I lost my mom. Like I had no electricity, no water growing up. Like I would like to say I had a dark past. And I've shared that part of my life, not because I want people to have pity on me and not because I want sympathy, but because people can empathize with that. People can connect with you on that. It may just help one person. I suffered from really bad seasonal depression this year, and I shared that. And I was shocked at how many people were able to connect with that. And by also sharing the old you, you're showing how far you've come. I'm a true believer that without my past, I wouldn't be where I am today. So don't be afraid to let people in. Don't be afraid to let people know about your past, obviously, if you're willing to, because you can connect with so many other people and help so many other people in just a non-coaching part. And it builds a brand of who you are. Anytime I get a new follower, I'm like, hey, thanks for following me. How did you find out about me? And I will sometimes get like, hey, my friend told me to follow you. I struggle with PCOS, and she said you were a great person to follow. Things like that. What's your biggest excuse, and how will or did you overcome it? People have excuses when it comes to fitness. Just think like, why aren't you, every time we talk to somebody, well, what's stopping you from working out? I'm not motivated. I don't have time, X, Y, and Z. What was your biggest excuse and how did you overcome it? Like share about that. What are you struggling with? I struggled, like I said, with seasonal depression really bad this winter. To the point where I was barely present on social media. And when I am not present on social media, people wonder, like I kept my, I was induced and I kept the date and the time a secret just because I didn't want my phone blowing up. People still figured it out because I dipped out for an entire day. They're like, you were gone for a day. You had a baby. I was like, good detective skills. So share what you're struggling with. People can relate to that. Connect with other people and then always add value to people's lives. I'm not saying every single post needs to add value, but you want to add value to people's lives. They need a reason to come to your feed every single day. I'm sure there are people that you check out daily. Why do you check them out daily? Think about that for you. Add value to people's lives. Stop selling Beachbody and start selling a lifestyle. We are not here to sell fitness programs and shakes. We don't need to do that. Our results, our daily being proof of the product, that should do it. We are here to change lives and inspire others to do the same. If you are not sharing about the trips that you earn, if you're not sharing about the virtual fit fam that you have, I call my challenger my virtual fit fam. If you're not sharing about going to Summit and connecting with fellow coaches, you need to start doing that. And it's a lifestyle. A lot of people are interested in the business aspect of it because of this lifestyle that I have shown, that we travel, that we do what we want. We stop midday to take Miss Ev to the zoo, things like that. The shakes, the Beachbody On Demand, the Performance Line, those sell themselves as long as you're being proof of the product and you're showing up daily and you're sharing them. But what we need to do is we need to inspire others to do the same. And we do that by building this brand, by building this image surrounding us that's not just Beachbody. I think that's my only slide. It is. And then I'm going to take off the screen share because I feel weird just like showing you guys a screen. Like I said, people can find coaches anywhere, literally anywhere. They can only find you in where you are. So if you're like, Ashley, I was doing a lot of those things you said to no longer be doing, that's fine. It's cool. We all learn from our mistakes. I was that coach that had like the collages and I shared the stock photos. Like Time Hop really shows me what I was not doing correctly as a new coach. But you learn and you grow and you make the changes that you need to make. So that's what I got.
Awesome. I'm sorry, I had to unmute myself. Ashley, you're amazing. I hope that, I know that I took away some good reflections myself. Does anybody have any questions or feedback or anything that they want to ask Ashley before we go? I love the visuals. I love the reminder. And I just love the emphasis on being you. I think sometimes, especially if you're trying to find your way in your coaching business, you get so caught up in being a coach that you forget to be you. And that your presentation tonight was such a good reminder of exactly how to do that and an action plan to follow. So I hope that our coaches take that away from tonight's call. Doesn't sound like anybody has any questions or feedback, but I appreciate your time, Ashley. Thank you so much for sharing.
No, I loved it. I liked sharing.
You did awesome. It was greatly appreciated. Okay, guys, we will see you next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. Again, thank you, Ashley, and we'll put the recording in the team page. All right. Bye, guys.